going beyond. I'm not going to read this to you, but I'll just tell you this is quite possibly my favorite quote of all time. It's John F. Kennedy giving the moonshot speech, where he basically said, we're going to the moon because it's hard. And I love that because it was like, man, that guy had the gumption to get up and tell America, we're going to do something that you think is impossible because we know it's possible and it's hard. We don't care. We're going to still make it happen. I point that out because sometimes whenever I go, hey, I have an idea, let's do this, I go, oh. Got to have enough thought to say, what if? So I talked about public art. Public art doesn't have to look like this. I'm not even saying I like this. Just saying that if you do public art in the right way, it becomes an amenity. Because we have 8 sub-districts, we have an opportunity there, if we wanted to hire 8 distinct artists to do installations across those sub-districts that could cause people to want to travel between them. There's a soccer stadium in Berlin that Ramiro Brito did a teddy bear in front of. It's a giant teddy bear. It looks smaller when you see a picture than you see somebody standing in front of it, they're this big. The amount of people that go take a photo in front of that teddy bear that aren't going to soccer matches is massive. So if you think about the economic impact of that, if you can get them to the area and you have restaurants and retail and you have places for them to go, they then travel and go to those places. He also did an installation in Naples at the waterside shops, and when it opened, their attendance went up dramatically. The amount of people that just went to waterside to just go walk around and look at Brito's art. But what we all end up doing in that situation is you go there just to walk around, before you know it, you're leaving with 3 or 4 bags and you've had dinner. And LAX did these light boxes out in front of it. Very cool. You're pulling out of LAX, it's very iconic. It gives you a sense of place. You feel like LAX is somewhere. Depending on who you ask, this is either nails or a roller coaster track. And I think it's maybe where they live or what they do for a living. And this guy's going way too fast. That's not acceptable. Snow is going to be hard. You can even do interactive art. It doesn't have to be long-term art. You could do something and say, hey, next month we're going to have 30 days where we have interactive art displays that are out and allow artists an opportunity to do that. We did that in Winter Park quite often with our park and had really good results with that. The weirdest art exhibit there ever was somebody did caution tape. They just like hand woven caution tape, but just wrapped it around like an area. And everybody did the same thing, like walked up like, what happened here? And so we had to keep going out like, nobody got shot in the park, I promise you, it's safe. I put this on here not because I'm suggesting that we do this and not because I think that this will happen here. This is just to say, when you're thinking of the future, you can't continue to do exactly what you did. It's okay to look at things that seem crazy. Because at some point, I used to have a quote there was a newspaper that said flight was impossible. Human flight, the dream of human flight was impossible. That same day, the Wright brothers tested their first plane. So it just shows like you gotta be open. This is nuts. Is it possible? Sure. Here, maybe not, but you should at least have to be open to it.